We're so glad to be starting off the day with you. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Well, let's check in with the forecast with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. Because Thomas, I've been listening very closely here, and you said things are kind of okay right now, but then moving ahead, we're going to get really cold all over again.
Yeah, so let me put it this way. When I've been forecasting, it's just this week is just like no problem, kind of sunny skies, temperatures are okay. Putting a lot of effort into the long-term forecast because that's when things are going to be changing. So look for those details in a little bit. As for this weather hit, I will go over the here and now because it is a bit on the cold side for this morning. Not unusual for February standards, but because of the clear skies, our temperatures have gotten a bit colder before sunrise. 24 in Spokane, 17 in Deer Park is the cold spot right now. With the winds no more than 5 miles per hour, still puts a little bit of a wind chill factor into the air, but that is just a result of the clear skies overhead and even just the lightest of wind. But today's weather, totally calm. It's going to be the extended outlook where things are going to change.
Well, right now, ballots are being counted for several special elections across Washington state. Those include 2 propositions that will determine funding for fire departments. So taking a look at the polls at last count, right now, the Spokane Valley Fire District's proposition number 1 is currently passing with 67% of the vote. This levy is meant to provide funding for the Valley District to maintain fire protection and medical services. Now looking at Spokane County Fire District 8's levy, it is also passing with 68% of the vote right now. This levy will also maintain fire protection and medical services for District 8.
It just needs to stop because this shouldn't have happened. It didn't need to happen.
Mass shootings are becoming common and it's just not an okay thing. Like, we need to do something about it.
A community continues to grieve after a shooting at Michigan State University killed 3 people and critically injured 5 others. Classes remain canceled this morning. In the meantime, family and friends gathered to remember the victims at vigils last night.
And we now know the names of the 3 students who were killed. Sophomore Brian Frazier was the president of Phi Delta Theta fraternity. Junior Alexandria Verner is described as a tremendous athlete, student, and leader by those who knew her. And Junior Ariel Anderson was working to become the first doctor in her family. Investigators are still trying to figure out why the suspect chose to target the university.
We don't have an answer right now, and that's the honest truth.
The suspect is identified as 43-year-old Anthony McCrae. Police say that he had no connections to Michigan State University. The university plans to hold a vigil later today to honor the shooting victims. Well, a teen will now face adult charges for last week's deadly East Central shooting.
This 16-year-old faces first-degree murder, assault, and robbery charges. KREM 2's Janelle Finch tells us more about what happened in court.
16-year-old Leland Westerlund joins 3 other suspects charged with first-degree murder, assault, and robbery. The group was arrested following last week's deadly shooting in the East Central neighborhood.
It is pretty horrifying. You know, no one wants like a shooter in their neighborhood.
According to court documents, witnesses say Westerlund fired a gun at 3 victims. Police say Westerlund then fired at officers before they arrested him Thursday. Westerlund previously appeared Friday in juvenile court, while 18-year-old Hagen Charbonneau, 21-year-old Gavin McGregor, and 20-year-old Sapphire Jesperson appeared as well. But today, he appeared as an adult, and a judge set his bond to $1 million.
The danger to the community and the nature of the allegations, the court does find that $1 million bond is appropriate at this time.
According to court documents, Westerlund's criminal history includes illegal possession of a firearm, stealing a firearm, and other charges. Westerlund and the other 3 suspects are scheduled to appear in court February 22nd for their arraignment. In Spokane, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
6:05 now. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. The Spokane Police Department is looking for help in finding a missing and endangered adult. Take a look here. This picture is of Gloria. She's 63 years old and was last seen on Monday on East Broad Avenue wearing a thick green jacket. SPD is asking anyone who has seen Gloria to call Crime Check. Happening today, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell is holding a hearing on what led up to the FAA system failure last month. And that failure, you may remember, caused a nationwide grounding, leaving thousands stranded in airports. It's the first ground stop of this kind since 9/11. That hearing starting in about 1 hour at 7 o'clock. Just a few days ago, a driver crashed and damaged a gravesite at St. Thomas Catholic Cemetery in Coeur d'Alene. Several headstones were knocked over. You see the video there. The crash also broke the fence surrounding the site. Those who run the cemetery say there has already been an overwhelming amount of support from the community, and they hope to have everything fixed very soon. The attorney representing North Idaho College in a lawsuit wants to withdraw from the case. Attorney Brett Walther filed a motion to withdraw as counsel. He cited an irreconcilable breakdown of the client-attorney relationship. The lawsuit was filed by North Idaho College President Nick Swain after he was put on administrative leave. And that is a look at your morning rush.
Weather today, we're going to get more sunshine, especially first thing this morning, expecting mostly sunny conditions for today as temperatures start to rebound after getting a little bit colder yesterday for Valentine's Day. The more sunshine we get, the more likely we're going to hit 40 degrees, not just today, but for all the days ahead, that's for sure. A few spots in northern Washington, North Idaho might still end up in the 30s for this afternoon. I've alluded to some bigger weather changes in the extended forecast. Looks like our first storm system is going to be on Sunday, but still mild for that day at 45 degrees. The bigger cool down is going to happen beyond the weekend.